So hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Heather. I'll be doing a short reading for you today, inspired by my friend Gwen, who did a reading for you using my own cards, and it actually inspired me to use my own cards to give you some love message. Okay, I think it's getting a bit dark. I'm gonna turn on the lights. Is that better? Alright, okay. So let's see. Okay, so for today we have four mask coasters for you to choose from. The first one is a blue mask, the second one is a pink mask, yellow mask for third, and also orange mask for the fourth. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle and get each of you a card from my green Batik deck. Alright, so inside here there are all quotes that I relate to very heavily when I was doing some work or some self-love work, listening to some YouTube videos and tarot readings. So I hope that the messages in here will also be able to help you as much as they have helped me. Alright, so links to each file will be below, but I will shuffle for all of you first and then we'll start reading. And after we've seen the cards that you got, alright, I will be using my other deck, okay, my confirmation deck, which is a set of yes/no answers for you to ask a question, and we'll let the deck answer for you. Okay, so let's see for the first pile. What, yes, what motivational cards do you get? So you got two. Next for the pink deck. There's no reversals in this deck. They're just motivational cards. Ooh, that is too much. Yeah, you get to see later. The cards are pretty colorful. I love them a lot. I see. Right, I'm just going to do that. For the third one. Ooh, that is too much. And for the fourth, what's the message for the fourth pile? Going to get this. But that's a bit rowdy today. Okay, so let's start with the blue mask pile. Right? Your message of self-love today is don't be forceful, don't coerce. Okay, so whatever that is happening in your life right now, whatever you're trying to make happen, okay, let it flow a bit more naturally. All right, you don't have to force things to happen. If it should happen, it will, and if it shouldn't, it's perhaps better for you to look for other options. And your second is no teaching, no preaching. Okay, this is the same as this. Alright, don't force others to accept your ways. Okay, you can tell them what you think is right. If they don't accept it, if they have a different view, let them be. Okay, as long as they've heard what you've had to say, as long as they have had that idea in their head, it's up to them to accept it or not. And sometimes maybe not even that. Okay, perhaps if you think someone is doing something wrong, maybe you should ask them if they want to hear what you have to say. Alright? Because sometimes it's not that they don't know. Perhaps they have other things that make them unable to do what you think is right. Okay, so no teaching, no preaching. Don't be forceful, don't coerce. Okay, so blue mask pile. Think of a question with a yes or no answer, and we shall see what the answer will be for you. So blue mask, I'll give you a second first to think of your question. Okay. You can focus on the picture of the cards that you got. Alright, so we'll shuffle for you. Okay, for your question, blue mask. What is the answer for blue mask question? That is a bit much. Okay. So blue mask, that the answer to your question is, regardless, you'll be happy. Alright, so perhaps what it is trying to tell you is that, it doesn't matter if things don't go as you want. It doesn't matter if things will take a while because you have to let it go naturally. You will be happy anyway. Alright, so you don't have to keep pressing control on the issue. Okay, so that's your message for blue mask. I hope it helps you. If not, you can look at the other piles. Right, and I shall move on to them. So pile number 2, let's have a look at what is your message. If the memories insist on fighting, it can do so without you. Alright, so what this is telling you, when I wrote this, it's because my mind kept replaying things in my head, and I'm constantly fighting with a figment of my imagination, right? And you know that doesn't help. It doesn't help one bit, all right? But it's something that will still happen regardless if you try not to. If you try to distract yourself, sometimes the memories will just keep replaying. And this is where you have to put your feet down and tell them, you know what? If you still want to bring up that issue, brain, if you still want to think what you should have said, brain, you can do that without me, right? So once the memory train start running again, tell them, I'm disboarding, all right? Your mind, your memories can fight without you. You should let it go. So I'll give you a moment to think of a question with a yes or no answer, right? And then we'll see what the reply is for you from my confirmation deck. I'll give you a moment to think. Alright, so let's see what is the answer for you. What is the answer for the pink mask? There we go. Lucky you. That is a yes. Whatever you're thinking about, I think it means that your choice is going to be a very good one. Lucky for you. Alright? It's very happy sounding. Okay, so I hope that helps you, pink mask. I'm going to move on to the next pile. Okay. So welcome pile 3, the yellow mask. Let's see what is your message. This is a bit long. Alright, so getting along with others include understanding and respecting who they've become as a result of their environment and experience. Okay, basically for this, what it means, well, you can see in the back there, I've tried to draw a house, a simple silhouette of a house. Alright, so the people you're dealing with, alright, the things that they say, the emotions that they show or don't show, okay, all this is not, sometimes it's not something that they personally chose for themselves. It's how they've been taught to act. It's how people have made them act. Alright? And you need to understand this and you need to respect this. Okay, just like yourselves. How you are is probably the product of your upbringing. Okay? How your family have spoken to you, how your friends have treated you, how you have been with people has made you who you are. And the same goes for the people you're dealing with. So you need to give them a bit of slack, all right? You need to be a bit more understanding. And yes, sometimes you need to accept flaws, and sometimes you need to understand why those flaws exist. Okay, so yellow mask, you can ask a question. We'll get you an answer from the confirmation deck in the form of a yes or no answer. Okay, I'll give you a moment. Alright, so what is the answer for the yellow mask? What's the answer to the question by the yellow mask? Oh no. Okay, I think this one. Okay, so the answer to your question is never. Okay, so I'm not sure how the interpretation for this answer will be for you. All right, perhaps what it means is not actually to be negative to you, but perhaps what it means is like you need that question that you ask is a no, and you probably should not stress yourself over it and just let it go. Okay, so I hope that helps you, yellow mask. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can have a look at the other piles. Okay, hopefully it'll give you a little bit guidance on whatever issue you're having in your life right now. Okay. And I'm gonna move on to the next pile. Alright, hello, orange mask. Okay, for those of you who picked the orange mask, let's see what is the message for you. Oh, I love this one. And I actually remembered to write where the quote came from this time. So this is something is a little paraphrase from a video by Aspire to Flame. I will probably link to her YouTube down there. Alright, so the message for you is, if you assume that glitters be deceitful, how are you going to pull in this gold when we give it to you? Right? So that was a message that she channeled from the spirits. Basically what it means is that if you are constantly being suspicious of blessings that are coming your way, how are you actually going to receive those blessings from the universe? Right? So of course sometimes we might be a bit suspicious when things suddenly go right. Like if a person suddenly comes up and offers their help, we might get suspicious, like why all of a sudden? But you probably might need to rein in that paranoia a bit. Okay? Trust in people, right? Of course, protect yourself enough so you will not get hurt, but not be too defensive that no one could come and guide you. Alright? So for your orange mask, don't be too suspicious of things. Alright, if a good thing comes, try to trust in it. Alright? Okay, so orange mask, ask question. I'll get you an answer from the confirmation deck in the form of a yes or no. Alright? I'll give you a second to compose. Then we'll shuffle. Okay, so if you've not gotten your question yet, you can pause. but I'll start shuffling for your answer now. So what is the answer for the orange mask? What is the answer for the orange mask? Ooh. Be honest. Alright, so be honest to your own feelings. I think what this is saying is that listen to your intuition. The question that you ask, do you want it to come true or not? Do you want it to be a yes or a no? You yourself already know the answer, right? So be honest with you. Okay? So I hope that will help you in your trouble. Okay? So thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope that we've been able to give you some help. I hope that my cards have been able to give you some light bulb moments. Alright, and if it doesn't, well, hopefully we'll be able to help you out in the future. So take care, have a nice day, and bye bye.